And we're back. So I may have missed out on the toy train or some other stuff at some point. Whoopsie. And Dugan's Dodge. Let's see this. Boy, what's up with this train? There's hardly any fuel. If we run out of fuel and can't get to our new excavation site on time, we'll lose the spot to someone else. We'll have to refuel on the go. Alright. Gave us 4 bits of fuel. Wow. For all the out of the way we have to go for it, too. Obviously that doesn't work, because we need just about everything clear. See if that works. Kinda doubt it will, because we have a 7-long train. Anytime we cross the road, something horrible is going to happen. Yep, something horrible is going to happen. Come on, go ahead of us, car! Woohoo! Just barely missed ya. Alright, here's the real test. Nope, car hits us. Almost made it, though. I have a feeling like this much is good. Nope. Crash crashy? Crash crashy. I need to waste time there a little bit. Just a tiny bit of time. Then that prevents me from going up. Pretty badly, actually. So don't waste time there. Waste time here. No, that prevents me from doing the same exact thing. Yeah, this just traps me. And that traps me. I don't think I can approach from this side like that. Maybe I can. I just need to get way creative. More creative than I am. really do have to go up to here, basically, every single time. Unless I do that. Come on, really? Alright, if I do this... There we go. I don't know how this is gonna handle the car situation, though. Probably not well. Nope! Car passes. Nope, this situation's gonna suck. Yep, car hits us. I don't think I can do this one. Let's do the puppet theater, because we haven't done any of it. Rinsed. But I gripped the peeler firmly. I sliced all the vegetables. Threw in the meat and veggies and sauteed it all. A wonderful smell filled the kitchen. I tried hard not to drool. Guess I didn't try hard enough. Great. Now that I've prepared the ingredients, time to throw in everything in the pot. It is instructed. I gingerly blank the heat on the stove. Turned up the heat on the stove. Wasn't long before the chef moved on to the next task. Looks good, and now here's my secret ingredient for the good stew. Add in some milk. Careful not to burn your stew. Turn the heat down a little, and I carefully blank the correct amount of milk. No more, no less. Mixed. No? I don't have the right one? Really? Let's try it anyway. Ooh! By your hand the play fell apart. Will we ever get to see how it ends? No. I guess I don't have the right term yet. Weird. Oh well. On with the story! We need to leave the Triton residence. So, what do you think, Professor? Between our trip to the library and Clark's story, there are many questions about Bard's death. This, coupled with the Specter not being reported outside of Miss Tallery, troubles me. It would appear that someone has carefully manipulated the information about these two events. A falsified report and a cover-up conspiracy. This is shaping up to be quite a case. But who's capable of doing this? Only one person. Sorry about that. Who, Luke? Chief Jakes. He's in a position to do those things. Luke is right. Jakes is the only one in this town capable of both. He's a public servant. That's unforgivable. Emmy, my faith in public servants is inspiring. However, there is no doubt that Jakes is withholding information. We need to find out more about him. Haha, I messed with your mailbox. Oh, Specter Grosky. Your muscles glisten in the country just as they do back in London. How dreamy. Hannah, what are you doing here? For Grosky, I would walk on coals to get here, but I just took a cab. Emmy, do you know this woman? Yeah, she likes to hang around Scotland Yard. I think Grosky is searching for someone. To tell you about a lead, oh, how exciting! He was even more determined than usual. I wish he would search for me with that kind of passion. He said he had a lead. Which way did he go? He just ran off that way. Probably still at the four-way intersection thingy. We might be able to reach him. Might be able to catch him. Let's go. New episode has been added. Hannah in Love. That day, a weary young woman pulled head over heels over some blah blah blah. Another day of working on a dead-end job and feeling awful. Oh, I don't want to go home at the cold, lonely apartment. I need some excitement in my life. Ah!
Oh, apologies, miss. I was chasing after a dangerous criminal. I hurt you, did I?
I'm alright. You weren't injured, are you?
Ha 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 ha! Grosky injured? I think not, ma'am. Now, I'm hot on the trail of a crook, so I'll take my leave. Stop there! In the name of Grosky!
Wow, he's dreamy. Those bulging muscles and that pompadour, and that chest hair, ooh. And yet he was sensitive enough to worry about me. Such a gentleman. It's like he walked right out of my dreams. How wonderful. Why worry about my job and my apartment? I should worry about winning that man's heart. I must go home and get ready for my new full-time commitment. Wait for me, Grosky. I won't be but a short while, my dear prince. My man of chesty destiny. Wow. Ah, well. Good on ya. At least you know what you want.
What's this?
I've got to run. Supposed to be somewhere else. Gentlemen, I hope we're not going to have any trouble here.
Emmy, your methods are unorthodox, but very effective.
Thanks. Whenever you need a little muscle, you just let me know, Professor, and I'll be there.
I'll keep that in mind.
Who are these men? Do you think Jake sent them after us?
Looks like Jakes didn't want to wait the full 24 hours to get rid of us.
Was Mr. Bard killed by these thugs?
Unfortunately, we can't say for certain.
Mad Buck, I would buy that in a heartbeat. She's a badass. I love it.
Oi! Layton! Emmy! I got a very corporeal lead on that Spectre of yours.
Something strange. You know what? I'm gonna leave that bit of speculation for a little bit later. Really? That's great, Inspector.
The police chief in this town is really on top of his game. He said the English gentleman with the young lady with an American attitude
Abducted the mayor's son. a young lady with an American attitude. There's no insult there, absolutely. I like the way they described Emmy. I can appreciate that.
He added that they were posing as investigators, when in fact, they were controlling the Specter. Sounds like you two have made some fast friends here. Is any of this true? Layton, explain yourself.
Chief Jakes hasn't given us a warm welcome, that's for certain. Don't be fooled, Inspector. Jakes is behind this, we know it.
Jakes?
Really?
So he's trying to pull one over on me, eh? I, Grosk of the Yard, shan't stand for such shenanigans.
Inspector, wait! He really is quick for someone his size. He's quick for someone of any size. Yes. One would need a time machine to stay ahead of Grosky. Professor, we didn't get to tell Grosky what's happening. Should we go after him? No, let's avoid running into Jakes again if possible. We need to continue the investigation. My concern is growing about the situation with Jakes, however. Chapter 8. Face to face with the Specter. Ooh, are we gonna have a direct confrontation with it? Interesting. We need to work fast. Jakes has got it out for us. We'll be ready if he tries to apprehend us. We should be alright if we stay in well-populated areas. Right now, something else concerns me. Luke, who knows that you have been predicting the Spectre's appearances? Just Doland. You promised you wouldn't mention it to the police. I see. Well, young prophet, any idea where the Spectre will strike next? No, not yet. I have a prophecy. The next attack will be somewhere between Highland Ark and the reservoir. You're a prophet now, too? Hardly. I simply deduced it from Luke's notes. My notes? Yes, looking at the records, UCAT proved to be quite helpful. I now know that the Spectre never strikes the same building twice. It has appeared in the same area on more than one occasion, but it spreads out in its attacks. Of course, I hadn't realized that. Wait a minute. Is someone trying to rebuild the town? Like, they can't just be rebuilding the houses, they must be adding something to it. I wish there was a way we could look at some of the new construction and see what's different between the old houses and the new one. Of course, I hadn't realized that. It's all right here. By looking at the patterns, one can deduce where the Spectre will appear next. That's impressive, Professor. We might just stay one step ahead of Jakes with this information. Let's head for Highland Ark. Sounds good. Whoever's manipulating the Spectre is making it attack specific targets. It's going around town in a seemingly random fashion, but obviously it's not random. Layton found the pattern. One of the aspects of it is it never hits the same place twice. Why? One, because it doesn't. Whoever's manipulating the Spectre, quote unquote, doesn't need it to, because they're rebuilding specific buildings for specific reasons. Interesting. I wonder if this all has to do with the Golden Garden. Oh well, I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Highland Ark, this way. Highard Ark, sorry. I always call it Highland. You! Gotcha! 8 badges. It looks like your prediction is correct, Mr. Layton. Why do you say that, Luke? The Spectre will appear tonight. Really? Please go on. We still don't know how Luke makes these predictions, though. Will someone please tell me what's going on? It's the water level. The water level? What about it? I should tell you something, Mr. Layton. Of course, by now you know that I'm not some supernatural oracle. I've been able to predict when and where the Spectre would appear because of one simple thing. I first noticed the water levels in the canal by chance. I was walking through town on a day just like any other. And when I noticed the low water level in this one area, then, later that night, the Spectre appeared. It appeared where the water level had fallen below normal. I thought it might have been a coincidence, but I started tracking the water levels just in case. after that, it was clear that there was a definite correlation. You're 7. You shouldn't know what the word correlation means. Damn it, Luke. Whenever the water level fell, that meant the Spectre would attack there that night. You came up with that all by yourself, Luke? Wow. I wonder if the Spectre somehow needs water to appear. Wait a second. Luke, why didn't you tell us this earlier? This could have been helpful information. It's just... I didn't know if I could trust you. Or Mr. Layton. Anything else you're holding back? Like maybe where the Spectre likes to hang out after work? And wait another second. How were you tracking water levels across town if you barely left your room? I had help from my friend here. Say hi to Toppy. I knew it! I knew the animals were involved! I knew it! Mousy! Luke, why do you have a mouse in your pocket? I told you, he's my friend. Can't understand everything he says, but I can understand enough. So, you can talk to mice? Professor, this reminds me of a puzzle from an insane asylum. I don't understand it any more than you do, Emmy. That was a good line, actually. I kind of glossed over it, but... That was cute, Emmy. That was cute. Well, we have seen stranger things since we arrived here. So, Luke, the Spectre will appear tonight. Yes, if my theory is correct. Professor, are you sure about this? I mean, really? Let us see if Luke's theory holds water, so to speak. Should we tell Dolan so we can alert the police? Actually, no. Let's evacuate the residents on our own this time. What? Why, Mr. Layton? We don't trust the police right now? We're going to set a little trap up for the Spectre. We are? What are we going to do? What are you thinking, Mr. Layton? We're going to have a final showdown with the Spectre. How are you going to do that? First, we'll evacuate the residents, then we'll visit the black market. Luke foretells. Luke used his ability to talk to animals to speak with a mouse named Toppy. He predicted when the Spectre would strike based on the rodent's information. I like the Layton Emmy Luke dynamic. The movie features all 3 of them, huh? Interesting. I will look forward to watching that movie once this game is over. Luke's ability to gain clues from a mouse helped him keep track of the water levels in the canals. Now, here's the thing. The canals are all like one consistent water line. Why would a water level in one area be lower than another? Also, that seems to indicate that something has either the water has been drained, or something is no longer displacing the water, which is why when the Spectre appears. So that means the Spectre's always under the water, and it's been moved when it gets ready to attack an area, and that stops displacing the water and thus lowers the water level. That's one theory, at least. Oh, we'll find out more.
We got a bit of a problem.
I assume you're referring to one Herschel Layton? I must decide on a plan of action for when he finds out, and he will find out.
You already know about this guy?
I do. Fate is so interesting sometimes.
Professor, how are we going to tell everyone to evacuate without the help of the police? Luke, do you know anyone who could take swift control of an operation like this? I bet Grep would do it. He loves ordering people around. No, I don't trust Grep. He's the one rebuilding the buildings. He's probably involved in this nonsense. Oh yeah, that guy is scary. If Grep told people to leave, they would definitely listen to him. He's probably still complaining over at Patty's place. Splendid. Maybe we can pull him away from that long enough for his help with the residents. Off to Patty's place. I can't wait to see another one of his specials. Gotta admit, they were pretty good. Ooh, Toppy's secret. For Toppy the Mouse, patrolling the streets for clues and reporting the findings to Luke is all in a day's work. Squeak! Squeak, squeak! Did you see that, Professor? Haha, yes. It appears even the smallest creature in Miss Tower uses a bridge. so it must be telling... Yeah, it's telling Luke we arrived. What is it, Toby? Is the Spectre going to appear again tonight? Can you tell me the location? North Alley, Great Alley Street. I understand. Thank you, Toby. What? You followed some people all the way to my house? What people? Who were they? A man with a top hat and a woman in a yellow coat. I wonder if it could be... Someone's here! Quick, Toby, hide! Luke, my name is Layton. I'm a friend of your father's. Could we talk for a moment? It's really him? Certainly. But first you'll have to solve my door puzzle. Alright. So that's why Luke wasn't at all surprised when we came a-knocking. The mouse is in our party. Hi, Toppy! He's so cute! He's so cute! Mr. Grapp, sir, might I have a word with you? Also, I'm pretty certain I've forgotten what voice I've given Grapp.
You again! Stop wasting my time. Did Triton put you up to this? You tell him I will not be made for a fool. Good day, sir.
Mr. Grapp, please. I'm here investigating the Spectre. According to Luke, it will make another appearance tonight.
Are you telling me the one predicting the Spectre's appearances is Triton's boy? Well, I suppose this is of no consequence if he is indeed right. He's been accurate before, yes?
I'm afraid so, Mr. Grapp. Tonight the Spectre will appear at High Yard Arc. The police are very busy with all sorts of matters, and we must evacuate the area. You are well respected in this town. People will listen to you. Will you help us move everyone to safety?
Don't you patronize me. I know when I'm being manipulated. I wrote the book on manipulating people. I have no interest in helping you. Save that. The townspeople will be in danger if I help you. Don't help you. Oh, I despise moral dilemmas. Very well. I shan't put my pride before the safety of the people. You had better remember this.
Admirable! Even though you're probably doing this so you can, get points towards the next mayoral election. But admirable nonetheless. As long as he gets the good thing done.
I'll help you. What do you expect me to do? Am I to go door to door yelling at people?
That'd be a start. I certainly hope not. With your help, we can devise a plan.
Let me call in some favors. I'll get a few people to help us.
Puzzle number 91. Evacuate! Worth 50 picarets. You need to evacuate the neighborhood and fast. Luckily, you're able to recruit 9 friends to help you out. 2 whose voices carry for 3 squares, 3 who carry for 2, and 4 who carry for 1. Where should you place each person so the evacuate message reaches every square of the neighborhood? Those that reach 1 could do something like that. Ooh, I like these kind of puzzles, actually. These are usually pretty fun. But if I do that, that overlaps, doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't matter if they overlap. Usually they do in these types of puzzles. Let's put you here. That'll get that taken care of. A 2 square can go there. And 2 square can go there. And 1 square can go there. That overlaps a little. And we don't want overlap at all. Actually, the math won't work. I was going to do some math to figure this out. And I just realized it's probably a bad idea. Let's do that. Okay, let's actually think of the 4 squares first. The 4 square people. Because they're the ones that are going to have the most coverage. Or 3 squares, sorry. 3 square people. That is a ton of overlap, so that's not going to help. That's a ton of overlap too. getting lots of extra overlap where I don't want any. Restart. Okay, this needs to be covered, so let's do that. This probably does that. This probably does that. This does that. No, it doesn't work. I would need you. You're probably there. You're probably there. You're probably there. I would put you there. Every square is covered.
Some puzzles must be met directly.
So I guess there's more overlap than I thought there would be.
I love the thrill of a good solution.
Correct. Commend your helpers on a job well done. Placing the people as shown above is just one way to get the evacuation message out to the entire neighborhood. Can you work out the other methods? Oh, well, I did one of the other methods, but that's pretty close to what I had done. That is a more efficient method by the look of it, I think. Less overlap. Undersea pipes.
Let's get going. We're burning daylight. I know how to deal with these folks. You let me handle them.
Thank you, sir. We will continue our investigation then. Sorry! Grep is now in charge. Mr. Layton, what do you have in mind for the showdown with the Specter?
It is time we determine the true nature of the Specter.
The true nature of the Specter?
And we need a trap to do that. A trap that uses the whole town.
Can we do that?
Not alone we can't. You'll need the help of several people.
But if we're not going to ask the police for help...
What about the Black Ravens?
That's a great idea, Professor.
Let's head to the black market and find Crow.
Black Ravens would be a huge help. Are we going to be using their section of town, or are we going to be using... But that wouldn't make sense. We have to use High-Yard Arch, because that's where the Spectre is going to be. Unless we somehow let it all the way across this... What are you doing here? Bucky, what are you doing here?
Now that's a silly question. There's boats, there's Bucky.
Taking a boat from way up here would be unthinkable, Bucky.
The word unthinkable is not in Bucky's dictionary, and it shouldn't be in yours either.
So, seriously, you have another boat pier right in the middle of Grand Bridge. You're an interesting fellow, Bucky. Determined, capable, terrifying. Hey, Crow, you're out in the open.
Well. If it isn't our very own city gentleman. What can I do for you, kind sir? Crow, we need your help to set a trap for the Spectre.
A trap for the Spectre?
Nice. But what's in it for me?
They'll be saving the town.
Look, rich boy, the town never did nothing to save me. That's alright. I should have known the Black Ravens would be too frightened to help us.
Whoa!
What's that, pal? We're not afraid of nobody. Besides, how can you catch it if you don't even know what it is? We're going to do what Chief Jakes has failed to do, and expose the Spectre for what it truly is. That's some big talk. You really think you can pull that off? With your help, I think we can. Are you interested? Maybe. What do you need from us? Well, the first thing we'll need is to fade to black so the viewer will be properly surprised. And from there, we'll just wait for the Spectre to appear.
And then we'll have it.
Let's go to where the Spectre will appear next. We have work to do.
I'm guessing this plan is a little more complicated than throwing a giant net on it from the rooftops. Emmy, Luke, the fog seems to be increasing a bit. The Spectre may be coming soon. I think it will be much easier to see through the mist if I wait outside. I shall accept the risk involved of being close enough to get a good look at it. How is this going to work exactly? If I wait here, hopefully I can get a clear look at the Spectre. When I'm doing that, I want you two to hide somewhere safe. Yeah, right. I'm gonna be at your side, Professor. As your assistant, I'm not gonna run and hide if you're in danger. Consider me your assistant too, Professor. I appreciate that, both of you. But Emmy, we spoke of this rule earlier. Somehow Emmy doesn't strike me as the rule type. We also spoke of exception rules, and we need as many eyes as the thing we can get. That is sound logic. Fine. However, if you two are ever in danger, promise me you will run for cover. Understood, Professor. You be careful too, Professor. Always. And now, we wait.
It's the fog.
It's coming!
Huh?
The Spectre! I can feel it!
I hear it, but I can't see anything.
Oh, so this is a Spectre. Oh.
Professor? Are you okay?
Professor!
Emmy, Luke.
You saw it, right? You got a good look at the Spectre?
Oh, yes. I got a very good look.
Emmy, Luke. Let's proceed for something we already established was a heartless in the previous team. Silly. This is true. This is true. The Spectre is not at all what we had imagined. It appears to be... Interrupting Jakes!
There they are! Get 'em, boys!
Chief Jakes.
They're behind this whole Spectre madness. They're responsible for destroying Miss Tallery.
That's absurd! No way!
You can deny it all the way to the station, Missy.
My name is Emmy. Chief Jakes, you can't be serious. Where'd all these different looking policemen come from? No, where's Officer Jenny? The 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Ugh. Let me go.
I warned you, Layton. Keep yapping, I'll slap you with a resisting arrest, too.
Jakes, you know just as well as I do that we aren't the ones behind the Spectre. The Spectre isn't what you think.
Now that's just sad, Layton. I thought a true gentleman always owns up to his crimes. Haha. Take him away. Have a nice nap, hey?
What? Where am I?
Interrogation room. Nice, isn't it? I like to keep our suspects cozy.
Let us out. We didn't do anything.
Easy, Luke.
What do you want with us? I demand to see my lawyer.
You've been reading too many pulp novels, Missy. Once I explain to everyone that you all are responsible for the Spectre, you'll get your lawyer. Just sit quietly till then. Don't make this hard on yourselves.
Ah, what a roundhouse kick him between his smug little beady eyes. What is it, Professor?
Jakes and his men were immediately on the scene, but they weren't alerted to any prophecies.
That's true, come to think of it. The police held us off almost right after the Spectre was gone. It's as if he knew the Spectre would appear there.
Or that he knew we would be there.
Wait, what are you saying?
I believe this is all connected to the truth behind the Spectre.
Grep is involved! Ugh, come on, guys! It's gotta be. Which is?
We must clear up one more mystery before I can be absolutely certain. Right now, let's find a way out of here as quickly as possible.
Professor, are you suggesting that we break out of here? Gasp! A gentleman breaking out of prison.
got him. No problem. We don't gotta worry no more.
Worry?
What's so funny?
Oh, you must forgive my levity. I just find your confidence to be rather... what's the word? Quaint.
Is that right? You best watch your mouth.
You fool! As you stand here boasting, I guarantee that Layton is breaking out of your provincial little prison cell.
Escape. Okay. Is this like a locked room puzzle? That's gonna be pretty cool. A mahogany coat hanger, I believe. I think I'll hang up my bag up here for now. Well, in that case, I'm gonna hang up my camera too. Don't do it. We're leaving. Don't hang up stuff as if you're gonna stick around. Also, is Layton gonna MacGyver up something? Because that'd be frickin' cool. I love it when he does that. We could use the phone to call Luke's father for help. It looks like an internal-only line. Oh yeah, that's no help. I suppose it's too easy to just walk out the door. Professor Layton, I can't get the door open. It appears to be locked from the other side. There's a keyhole on this side too, but we don't have a key. Luke, Professor, stand aside. Let me have one swift kick at it. Emmy, a noise that loud would alert everyone. Well, there are no alternatives. I know. I can call Toby. Toby, we want to get out of here. Can you find the key for us? Oh, really? What is it, Luke? Apparently, there are 3 different keys. Toby doesn't know which one we need. Uh-oh. Puzzle. Puzzle number 92, Key Quandary, worth 30 picarets. Layton, Luke, and Emmy need to escape the police station. Luckily, Toby has brought them a key ring, but only one of the keys fit the lock. Which one of the keys open the door? The door won't open unless the key can be fully inserted and turned. This is going to be one of those, if you rotate the key, it looks different and lets you in, right? Because clearly none of these work right away. This one's way too long. It would never fit in there. This one is oddly shaped, so it wouldn't be able to be inserted. Oh, but this one could be, you insert it to a certain point, then turn it when it gets to that.
How about this? That was it!
Correct! Keys B and C won't fit in that keyhole. However, you can insert key A partway, then rotate it half what would turn to insert the rest of the way. That's an interesting key. That did it! Let's go! Good work, Luke. And Toby, too. Quickly now. We still have work to do. Right, Professor. Escape! Professor, the police are patrolling all the corridors. We'll have to make our escape without being seen. Puzzle number 93. Escape route, worth 40 picarets. Layton, Luke, and Emmy need to get to the key and reach the exit without alerting the guards. Need to get the key and reach the exit. Oh, there's the key. There's a path that will allow the group to pick up the key on their way to the exit without passing in front of any guarded doorway. Unfortunately, the corridors are all one way. That's not how corridors work, so they must walk in the direction of the arrows. Draw a path that shows how the group can make their escape. Unfortunately, no plans for Phoenix Wright, because that would not be a blind playthrough. I've played all the Phoenix Wright games that are out in the US on my own. There's one that I've only played through partway, but I'm just going to finish doing that as a casual playthrough on my own, not through stream or YouTube. As for what game I'm planning on playing next, I have a viewer-sent game. An indie game. I believe it's called To the Moon? Let me double check. Yeah, it's called To the Moon. That will be the next game on the list. After that, I have another game planned, but I still have plenty of games planned for my Tuesday, Thursday streams, even once Layton is unfortunately over, because I can't stream 3DS games. Alright, so we need to move in such a way that gets us this key. So that means we have to go through this way somehow. We can't go that way, obviously, so we have to go this way. Can't go that way, so we'd obviously have to come from this way. Can't go that way, so we'd obviously have to come from this way. We could go from here, and we could go from here. So, this looks to be like our main path. Then we go this way, and up here, up here, up here, down here. There. That looks like the only way that could work. We didn't pass in front of anyone's faces. Arrows are all pointing the right way. Yep, that works.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure. No puzzle is without an answer.
Correct. The group has made it to the exit with the key and without being detected by the guards. They can escape the police station. We should go while no eyes are upon us. We made it out safely. It's already morning. Wow. I still can't believe Chief Jakes tried to lock us up. Jakes certainly seems invested in obstructing our investigation. So what do we do now? We have another puzzle to solve. What is that? The Specter's flute. What about it? The flute controls the Specter, in her manner of speaking, that is. But we need to find out why the flute is heard all over town, and who is playing it. I assume that whoever played the music was with the Specter. The wind couldn't carry the sound more than 100 yards, and it'd be too dangerous to play the flute near every attack. Plus, there is an echo to it. We haven't seen anyone around during the attacks, but yet, we still heard the flute. Luke, do you remember those sites the Spectre attacked so far? Well, my predictions are logged in my notebook. Let's head back to Highland Arc. We need to determine what the attack sites have in common. It's the pipes, the old pipes that they used to use for the aqueducts and stuff. I'm telling ya, they're using it like those things you see in boats where people would talk into a certain location and... yeah, forget it. They'll probably figure it out. See, it's another pipe. It was right there. Nothing but rubble. This building was completely destroyed. The fog was so thick you couldn't see 2 inches out in front of you. Typical of the fog that accompanies the Spectre. Professor, do you think the Spectre somehow creates fog? That does appear to be the case, although I'm not yet certain what it means exactly. It must be a side effect of some kind. It's not steam, otherwise they would notice the heat. At least I would think so. So how does it create fog? I wonder. Maybe we should split up and search the area. It's this thing! Of course, that's it. Finally the puzzle pieces fit together. What is it, Professor? Do you two remember what the flute sounded like? Not just what it played, but the actual quality of the sound. Do you recall? Solve the puzzle! What did the flute sound like when the Spectre appeared? It echoed throughout town, the Spectre drowned it out, had a jazz fusion flair. As much as I wish it was C, I'm afraid it's A. Actually, I don't listen to jazz very often. Everyone said they heard it echo throughout town. Exactly. Even with no one near, the flute still echoed clearly. Everyone in town heard it, not just those near the Spectre. Is there anything that would carry the sound throughout Miss Hallery? Anything you can think of? How's the music being carried all over town? An information network? Not how those work. Rolled pipes down the canals. Rolled pipes. It's the old pipes we have all over town. They carried the sound. I believe you are correct, Luke. The sound was carried throughout Miss Hallery in those old pipes. So it was the old water pipes all over Miss Hallery. Yes, that's correct. I believe the pipes go all the way up to Bog Manor on High Hod Hill. They start up at the lake. Professor, you don't suppose... Let's head to Bog Manor. I think all will be made clear there. Puzzle solved. Yes, we'll save. Chapter 9. The Spectre Becomes Clear. Looks like we're visiting our wonderful witch. Holy shit, I lost a lot of puzzles! Huh, wow! Holy cow! What? What happened? Oh my! Were all those in... Oh god, where's the cat? I don't remember where the cat is. Kitty kitty! I've got a lot of puzzles. Get back here! I don't remember where the cat is. I guess I just gotta... Maybe I just gotta keep an eye out for the cat. Nope. Oh well. Bard is 3. There you are. Okay, we have a lot of puzzles to do. I try to make it a point to do every puzzle that's on the list. We have a lot of puzzles. Puzzle number 25, Taste Test. Worth 35 picarets. There are 4 different types of buns in this assortment of 12. There are more cream buns than butter buns, fewer chocolate buns than jam buns, and fewer jam buns than cream buns. If buns of the same type always have the same shape, what is the fewest number of buns you have to taste to determine which shapes are each type? Alright. There are more cream buns than butter buns. So cream is greater than butter. Fewer chocolate than jam. So chocolate less than jam. And fewer jam than cream. Have you tried talking to the guard in the area across the bridge at the entrance to Miss Teller yet? I have. I'll go back and talk to him. I have before. I don't remember what he says. Alright, so... the one with the most buns has to be chocolate buns. So these all have to be no, I'm sorry, not chocolate. Cream. These are all cream buns. You might not have to taste any. So the next would have to be jam or butter. And you would have to be chocolate. So to determine the rest, because they're equal, there's 3 of these and 3 of the cats, you would only have to taste one.
Some puzzles must be met directly. I love the thrill of a good solution.
Sweet deal! You only need to taste one. From this puzzle, you know the cream buns and the chocolate buns are the most numerous and the fewest, respectively. So you can skip the largest and smallest groups on the table. Leaves only 2 groups of 3 buns. If you try one bun from either group, you'll instantly know which type's which. That's why we didn't have the right thing, because we missed that puzzle. Number 27, Floating Cottages, worth 35 picarets. Uh-oh, I've seen this one before. The 7 floating cottages shown below are connected by 12 small bridges, which are made this little retirement community quite the tourist attraction. Visiting couples decide to paddle a boat out to one of the cottages and walk back to the mainland by crossing every bridge only once. Which cottage did they start at? You'd only cross every one only once, so let's work backwards. Yeah, looks like D.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure. A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
Correct. The couple should paddle out to Cottage D to begin their jaunt back to land. Starting the cottage with an odd number of bridges, you can cross all the way back in. Fill her up. Puzzle number 40. We're 40 picarets. You are tasked with filling a reservoir by pumping water from a nearby lake into using the 4 pumps. If you filled the reservoir using only 1 pump at a time, Pump A would take 3 days, Pump B would take 6 days, Pump C would take 10, Pump D would take 15. You decide to get 1 extra pump to make life easier. Which pump would you buy another of in order to get the job done in exactly 1 day? So you're a 1/3. You're a 1/6. You're a 1/10. You're a 1/15. So, converted, that's 5/15. That's... Oh, you don't convert into that, though. Not cleanly. Neither do you. So let's convert them all to 30. So you're 10 out of 30. You're 5 out of 30. You're 3 out of 30. And you're 2 out of 30. So if we add all those together, we get 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 out of 30. So we need a 10 out of 30. Which is this one. So we need another A.
Some puzzles must be met directly. I love the thrill of a good solution.
Holy cow! That's 3 puzzles in a row that I got almost immediately right. That's pretty unique for me. So I think that's a good time to take a break in case this goes south. So get up, stretch, whatever you need to do, be able to keep watching comfortably. And I will be right back.